Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at your forecast for June 2021. So what I'm going to do is, first and foremost, I'm going to break down the energies and the numerology for the collective that could come up and surface in June. And then I'm going to dive deeper into your personal life path number. So before we get started, I just want to mention that this is, of course, a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the month of June collectively is a universal 11-2 energy. So this is going to be a time for pronounced intuitive insights and strengthening of intuitive and psychic abilities. So you may feel the pull this month to really tune into your own inner compass for guidance. Dreams can be especially vivid and intense during this cycle, so pay close attention to what comes up for you in your dreamscapes. And that can also be in daydreams. So they may hold valuable messages for you. And so it's very beneficial for you to spend some time with those dreams. And again, even your daydreams, if you journal about them, kind of feel into them and see what messages they may hold for you. If you are struggling with deciphering that message, and you'd like some assistance, I do offer dream interpretation. So just book some time with me and let's explore further. So this month we may find collectively that our emotions are particularly heightened during this cycle. So this isn't necessarily a good or a bad thing. It just simply is a reminder that we are emotional beings, and if something's coming in strongly for us this month, happy or sad, what we feel may be good or bad emotionally, then it's because it's asking to be truly felt and experienced. So avoidance will not work here, and this will give you an opportunity to remember that through the emotions that are meant to be felt, that whole range of emotions, they are not meant to control us or completely derail us, but they are meant to be felt and worked through and wisdom pulled from them, right? From that experience. So if you feel hyper emotional this month, work on ways to feel the emotion without losing yourself within it or without staying sort of trapped within it, if that makes sense. Give yourself the time and the space and the grace to be able to feel what comes up for you, but don't get trapped there. Find your center and then continue to find your way back to it when things begin to feel a little too intense, okay? Not saying that if things get intense, you should fall into avoidance mode, because sometimes it's going to feel intense, but if you feel like you start to get trapped within your emotions or your emotions become more in control of the situation, then that's a time that's your indicator to come back to your center, to find your balance. So you may feel a tremendous amount of joy and happiness this month. And if so, fully immerse yourself within that rather than sort of shaming yourself for feeling so good. Sometimes we have a tendency to do that. You do deserve to experience the joys in life. It doesn't always need to be about lessons, soul growth, and work. So there's plenty of beautiful soul growth to be had through enjoyment and bliss. This month, if an emotion surfaces for you, allow yourself the space, the time to feel through it without shame or judgment. Too often, we and society tend to shame those who give themselves the opportunity to feel an emotion or express an emotion. So I think this month it's going to come in pretty strongly. Those emotions that need to be felt and dealt with. And even those emotions that we don't allow ourselves to feel when it comes to happiness, joy, celebration, gratitude, whatever the case may be. So if there's an emotion that you have been tucking under the rug or not allowing yourself to fully experience, whether it's good or bad. Not that there are necessarily bad emotions, but you know what I'm saying. This is going to be a month where I think we're going to have an opportunity to really feel into them and, again, move through them in a way where we're not in avoidance. This is also going to be a month for decisive action. So this can feel a little bit uncomfortable if you're someone who is often indecisive. So sudden events may require very distinctive, decisive action on your part. So this is going to be a time to trust yourself and trust your inner guidance. Pay attention to your mindset and the attitudes around circumstances that surface for you, and try to determine how a shift within those perspectives could produce for you a more desirable result in the future with those decisions that you make today. So if you're capable of channeling those energies into something more positive and worthwhile, then you can really accomplish more now in this 11-2 cycle than in any other cycle that we experience. Master energy, which 11-2 is master level energy, equals master accomplishments if we work with the energy. So this month, when things come up for you, the thing to remember is, am I avoiding this for some reason? And if I am, why am I avoiding it? And that can, again, be about emotions, difficult conversations, decisions that need to be made, whatever comes up for you. If you find yourself in avoidance mode, then that is a big indicator for you that you need to pause and find ways to face it head on, deal with it, and make those important decisions, those elevated decisions that are going to help promote something much more beneficial for you in the future and in the days to come, in the days, the months, the weeks, and years to come. So this is a big month. This is a big energy. And so again, it's always what we choose to do with it, but I anticipate that we'll be feeling some master level energy surface this month, and we'll have some opportunities to really master those energies in the way that we are capable of doing so in this time, at this time. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get into your particular life path number. All right, life path number 7. So I pulled an animal spirit card for you all, and you got elephant spirit, which is so beautiful. So elephant brings in this energy of like memories, wisdom, and learning from the past, like not staying in the past or getting stuck in the past, but pulling the wisdom from the past experiences to use on your journey forward. And so I feel like this month there may be opportunities for you to really pull from your past experiences and things that you've learned from the past, and to take a closer look at maybe what is surfacing for you this month that has been a red flag for a while, and you keep repeating patterns, like you keep repeating the same patterns, whereas this month may be an opportunity to make a shift and move away from that pattern and to pull from those past experiences and make adjustments that better serve you. So, and then also I'm also feeling like this could be a sort of nostalgic month for you all. There may be, if you don't live close to family, maybe you are having sort of some fond memories of family or of the past, that sort of thing. And so you may feel compelled or feel that sense of urgency, I guess, to maybe reconnect with loved ones this month and to sort of feel that nurturing and supportive energy. So if that comes up for you, then definitely do what you can to satiate that. Okay, so I broke down the month into 4 weeks. And the first week we have this really beautiful energy. I almost see you being called in to be a leader of some sort. This feels sort of like maybe some big ideas are coming in for you. Maybe some kind of communication comes in for you to work with somebody or to work with a group of people. I almost see you really being not like a follower in this situation or like sort of an employee, but more like a collaborator. So like you're coming to the table, you're sitting at the table, and your ideas are important, and you are an influencer basically. And so it's kind of like, don't fall victim or prey to self-sabotage here, because sometimes for sevens, it's very easy to really doubt yourself and your capabilities. I think all humans sort of struggle with that, but definitely sevens do as well. You have a very practical nature. So this is going to be a time where it's like, I feel like you're going to be called to sit at the table and your ideas will be valued, but you just have to make sure that you value your ideas, that you value what you have to say, because other people are going to value what you have to say. But if you don't, then there's a flaw, right? There's a flaw in that system. And so you need to check in with yourself and just see like, okay, this is what I want to offer. This is what I have to give. Where am I questioning my capabilities here? Where am I questioning my confidence or what I can attribute? I do feel like you're going to have an opportunity at this time, like I said, to be a collaborator, to be part of a team that will allow you to make some big strides, right? And to really step into that leadership role, whatever that is. And again, it could be that it's not necessarily like a physical collaboration, but more like ideas are coming in for you and you really have to step into your confidence to be able to deliver that into the physical in some way. Or it could be like you're networking online and it's up to you to do something with those ideas that come through through that networking. Okay. I'm really just seeing like confidence, leadership, so really stepping into like an action-oriented energy that you're not questioning yourself. Or if you are, it's like a healthy questioning, right? But it's not like a debilitating questioning of your confidence and your capabilities. So I really see this being very powerful. And this is also an energy where you can pull from the past and your past experiences. Where have you felt really good about your actions in the past? Where have you felt like maybe you struggled? Because that's going to kind of show you where there's still a little bit of work to do when it comes to your confidence. Second week of June, it's interesting because I'm kind of seeing some abrupt change or communication or some kind of chaotic energy coming in, but it's helping to sort of shift you into in a more independent role when it comes to finances. So if you have been sort of reliant on another person, another entity, when it comes to finances, I really sort of see like you, like the table sort of shifting, like the energy shifting, and you really stepping into your own autonomy when it comes to financial success. So this can also be like, I don't know, for some reason, like children are coming up too. So this could be an energy where like maybe in the past, if you haven't wanted children, all of a sudden you find yourself wanting children and you start that process. So that could also come in. But I am kind of seeing like this shift where it's like where there was like some kind of dependency on another, which isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes we need others to support us as we move into what we're meant to do and be and all that stuff. So it's not a bad thing, but I see you kind of like, if you were in a situation where somebody else was supporting you financially or through resources, I see you really being able to kind of shift and step into your own financial independence in some way. This could also be, which is interesting, I'm kind of drawn to this could also be like if you are a single person and you want children, you could be starting that process, becoming a single parent, like through adoption or something like that, or artificial insemination or surrogates, mother or whatever comes up for you. But that is coming in actually pretty strongly. So if you're a single parent and you've been wanting to have, or if you're a single person and you have been wanting to have children, but you are not in a relationship or whatever the case may be, I kind of see you taking action on that or making that decision, like I'm going to do this and following through with it. Third week of June, it's interesting. I'm seeing some kind of like very decisive energy coming in, like a decision needs to be made and it can feel like you feel a lot of pressure on making this decision, but the energy around it is to wait, to become the observer, and to gain a greater perspective on whatever this is before you make an abrupt decision. I am seeing that, this is going to be a decision that needs to be made by you. It feels like it could be somebody else making the decision for you. Like, I'm just thinking of like a relationship ends because the other person is ending it. But before you make your own sort of narrative around whatever this is, the message is to just wait, to gain a better perspective. Again, to kind of put yourself as the observer in the situation so that you can see sort of the benefits of why this is happening, if that makes sense. So instead of like being all consumed by whatever transpires here, pull yourself out of the situation as much as you can to gain a better understanding of the situation, if that makes sense, right? So I do kind of see like this very like definitive like decision coming in or action coming in that kind of feels like a line in the sand, like it sort of feels non-negotiable, whatever this is. And it feels sort of final, and you may or may not have control over this situation, but what you do have control over is your perspective and your perception of it. And so the energy is to become the observer as much as possible and to try to see the situation through a different lens, if you can. So I hope I articulated that okay, but yeah, I'm just kind of seeing something coming in for you that feels very definitive, sort of final, and you may feel like you don't have a lot of control over it, but again, what they're saying is kind of like shift your perception, shift your perspective, see it from a different angle, and it will feel a lot lighter for you. End of the month, definitely seeing sort of an ending to something coming in. This could be for some of you an ending, like someone passing, and then like an inheritance coming in, or some kind of like estate a settlement or something coming in. This feels a little challenging. I'm going to be honest. It does feel like a little emotional. Obviously, if somebody passes, that's always an emotional time. It could be, though, that some kind of settlement comes in for you and it's not exactly what you had been hoping for. So you're going to need to work with that energy the best that you can to sort of see the upside of it, right? To kind of see like, what is this trying to show you? I do see like, it doesn't necessarily have to be bad emotions involved with this, whatever this is. Like I said, it could be like an inheritance. It could be some kind of settlement. It could be some kind of like coming into some kind of financial or resources, something like that. But I just feel like there's a lot of emotion tied to this. And, as I spoke in the intro to, this is going to be sort of an emotional month, and dealing with those emotions and channeling those emotions and transmuting those emotions and working with them and not avoiding them. And so whatever this is that comes up, whatever it brings up for you, the key is to not avoid it. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a bad emotion that surfaces or like a heavy emotion. It can be something that's much lighter. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of emotions involved. So if it has to do with like, some kind of someone passing and then some kind of inheritance, it could be that there's like bickering within the family type thing, and emotions are heated. And so, again, it's like, however the balance can be found, however things can kind of be worked through is going to, be what you need to kind of maneuver. So yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to come in for you all, because again, this is a general reading, but I definitely am seeing like large sums of money or lots of resources, around family, or like a large group of people, and a lot of emotions tied into that. So again, it can surface in a million different ways. So, but that's the energy I'm seeing. So again, and I would pull from Elephant Spirit and learn from the past. What can you pull from the past so that you don't sort of make those same kind of decisions in these kind of scenarios, right? Like the ones that didn't work in the past, maybe don't repeat them at this time. And then you will be able to grow from that and evolve from that energy. So interesting energy for you all, sevens, but I definitely see you like really standing up and standing out and stepping into your power in a lot of really beautiful ways. Like maybe at the end of the month, where in the past you wouldn't have, if something comes up around a legal agreement or a settlement or a contract or something like that, maybe if it doesn't go necessarily how you anticipated it would go, maybe you're able to really communicate what you need, what you desire, what you're looking for in a way that in the past you wouldn't have communicated that. So that's powerful in itself. So anyway, I hope that it is a beautiful June for you all. I do feel like it's going to be transformative. I do feel like there's going to be opportunities to see things in a different light and then take action from that new perspective, which in turn will down the road benefit you in a way that it hasn't in the past, right? So past actions may not have benefited you in the same way, but I feel like you're going to have an opportunity to do things a little bit differently this month, and you will see your success from that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, sevens, so much. I hope that it's a powerful June for you all. Thank you for your support, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.